In this video, I want to talk about the easiest to replace, most often neglected part on most cars. Not just Mercedes-Benz. This is a lot of cars because I've seen a lot of situations on all kinds of cars where this one part is neglected. Now I need to clarify, I'm not saying this is the easiest part of any part to change, and I'm not saying this is the most neglected part on any car, but you combine those two, the easiest to change, most often neglected. Okay, that's what I'm driving at. This is something that people can change themselves, even if they've never really worked on cars before. You want to guess what that part is? I'll give you a few minutes, maybe a few seconds to contemplate this. But I'm looking at it right here, right under this black cover. That's right, it's the air filter. Now I'm going to take this air filter off right now, right in front of you. I have not looked at this air filter. This car just came into the shop. I'm checking a few things over, and we'll talk about that in another video. But I thought I'd look at the air filter. Let's see how this air filter rates. Let's see how well maintained this car is. It'll give you a clue. But a lot of times I'll pull these covers off, or I'll pull the air filter out of boxes on cars, and I just can't believe how filthy they are. Now remember, most of these filters are $20 or less, and they do affect engine performance and particularly fuel economy. So don't tell me you can't afford an air filter when you're probably burning more in fuel costs than you would in buying an air filter by far. And this is something that you probably should change every year. I would say just remember on your birthday, okay, change your air filter. Okay, let's pull this one off and see what it looks like. Once again, I have not looked at this air filter. On this particular car, we've got 4 nuts to pull off. Okay, we'll get the snaps off. Cover off here. Okay, what do we got? Let's pull this out and take a look. Now, at first glance, it doesn't look too bad, but let's take a closer look, particularly inside here. Okay, this one's not too bad, but you can see there are areas here where it's pretty dirty. That's usually the area around the intake. And of course, if you're real cheap, you can turn the filter and get a little more mileage out of it, but I don't recommend that. When you see something with this kind of dirt and this kind of wear, we're going to just replace it. Now let's take a look at a new filter and compare it. See that? This one's starting to also collapse internally a little bit here. So we're going to replace the filter. I have no idea when this filter was last replaced, but I'm going to mark the date on this with a Sharpie so the next person that goes to look at the filter will know when it was last replaced. So once again, don't neglect your air filters. Even if you've never worked on a car before, you can learn how to change an air filter yourself. And don't forget, by the way, before you put the new air filter in, be sure and get in here with a vacuum and vacuum out this air filter housing, all the leaves and junk that can collect in here. Now it's real easy to slide this new air filter in, stretch it out, put it into place, and now I'm ready to put the cover back on. Don't tell me this is a difficult job.